Hey guys, welcome to or back to my channel, and welcome to a really random video. So I saw Poppy last night in Denver on St. Patrick's Day, and I knew when I got the tickets I wasn't really gonna do a full vlog like I did for Jasmine Bean, but at last minute I decided just to film a little bit of footage so I could throw something together. So here I am. This is like right as we were about to head out and get in the car. I didn't do anything crazy with my outfit. I just wore my They're All Around Us shirt and some leggings and some fishnet sleeves. And I did request we stop and get a little bev because a bitch stays thirsty. I did record a little bit of the scenery around the Denver area. I usually don't go to Denver, so I don't get to see it that often, and it is pretty cool. And it's also kind of hard to describe to someone who's never been there because there will be buildings like this next to big, tall, very modern, clean design looking skyscrapers, and it'll just be like next door to something like that. So it's just crazy. So there's the venue, and I tried to take a video before I had to literally haul ass across the street. But there it is. I crossed the street and I got an actual good video of it. So we grabbed our spot in line. We came with a lot of time to spare because we wanted to make sure we could at least get Barricade. Here's a little slow-mo shot of the line that was there in front of us. So I'm gonna splice in the picture I was using at the beginning so I could talk a little longer about how everything worked, because we did have VIP. I tend to splurge on VIP if I'm able to because I always like to try and get Barricade. So it was pretty straightforward. We just joined the line that we already saw when we got there, and then after about like an hour and a half of waiting, the staff came out and they said, hey, if you're VIP, line up right here. If you're GA, continue to line up against the wall. So that's what we did. We ran over to the VIP line, and they just went through the VIP line, checked everyone's IDs. Like, they have a list and everything so that they can make sure the people in the VIP line are who they say they are. And then after they checked us in, a guy came through and he gave us all of our merch. For the VIP merch, we received a signed poster, a pin, and a laminate that we could wear. And the really nice thing was they told us, like, hey, you have like 30 minutes, so you can go run this stuff back to your car if you need to. The only thing you need to keep on your person is the VIP laminate, of course. I just put my pin on my lanyard, but the posters were run back to the car while I held the spot in line. So about 30 minutes later, we were let into the venue, but I thought I would mention security a little bit. They were doing bag checks. We had to take everything out of our pockets. We were waved down with wands. They were doing pat downs on some people. And you know what? It's something that I am totally for. With the way things go in this country, sometimes I'm always concerned about safety anywhere that I am. So I'm totally fine with it. So after we were let in, we were able to secure Barricade. I can confirm we were Barricade, and I was so happy, so excited. The last two times I've seen Poppy were Barricade, and I was like, we have to make it 3 for 3, and we did, and I was pumped. Yeah, you could really tell by this face how pumped I was. Moving on to actual concert footage. So I will be showing some, but there's a couple disclaimers I have to address first. So first of all, being that it's all copywritten music, so unfortunately I can't play you any of the audio, but I can show you the footage. It's pretty good footage. You know, being Barricade helps. The other thing is the videos are filmed vertically because I really wanted videos to put on my personal Instagram. My personal Instagram is private, so you can't really see them there, but I'll show you the footage here. It just won't have any sound. It's not going to be completely silent though. I did want to share my thoughts on the opener and the show and everything, so let's go ahead and get right to it. The opener for this show was Kumo 99, and typically, personally for me with openers, I'm usually not too enthusiastic to see them. I just a lot of times feel like it's just one more thing I have to wait through to see the artist that I actually am there to see. But for this artist, oh my god, it was completely different. Initially, I had put my phone away because I wasn't going to film any of the opener. In my head, I was like, I'm not going to film any of the opener. I'm just going to, like, you know, I'm polite. You know, I'll cheer and I'll dance and, you know, that sort of thing. But as soon as they started their set, I was like, wait a damn minute. I was super into it, and as soon as they started their first song, I was like, okay, hold on, like, this is different. And I was really enjoying their little set. I think they had about 9 songs, and they were all, like, bangers, dude. They were really good. They sort of reminded me of Crystal Castles, not because they sounded like them, but just because of, like, the duo, the dynamic of the guy on the machines and the girl singing. She sang fully in Japanese, which I thought was really cool. I do listen to some J-pop artists, and I just love Japan in general. Like, everyone loves Japan. But I think that as a concert attendee, I have the exact reaction that a small opener like that would hope someone would have, where, like, now I'm hooked. It's been a day. I've listened to all 3 of their albums. While I was at work, I listened to literally all 3 of their albums. I'm hooked. I love it. As of right now, I think they only have about 60,000 listeners on Spotify, but I hope they get bigger because I would listen to a whole set of this. Like, I'm so into it. I love it. I'm glad that they opened because now I know about them. Moving on to Poppy, so we were first greeted with her eye in this keyhole. Pretty cool. Everyone flipped out. There was a timer going to let us know exactly how soon it would be until she came out. The band members started filing in, and at this point I thought that I would have like a little bit more time until she came out. I thought it would be like maybe like another like minute or something, but no, I missed it. And then there she was, and I was like, oh my god, I missed her like walking through the keyhole. I'm so upset about that. So this is sort of a little like montage thing I put together of just my favorite moments from the concert. Like I said, I only filmed about 9 minutes of the whole show. You know, I don't like to be behind my phone the whole time. I do like to take some nice pics and vids if I can, you know. The moment that she came out, she was right in front of us and I almost started crying. I was just so excited to see her. It's been so long. The last time I saw her was the Am I a Girl tour, literally like 6 years ago. It's been a long time. And the crowd at this show was really, really fun. It was a great energy just in the whole place. You can even see the security guy like bobbing his head a little bit. Like, do you see that? I see that. Poppy was fully conducting that pit. She asked for the Wall of Death twice. Here's one of that example of her asking for the Wall of Death, and even being at Barricade, we're still getting pushed and jostled around. It was just super fun. So like I said, this is my first time seeing Poppy since the Am I a Girl tour in 2019, and as Poppy fans know, she has changed as an artist so much since then, and for the better too, I think. I have really loved all of her eras, and her old eras like Poppy.computer, Am I a Girl hold a really special place in my heart, but seeing her now do a full metal set in her new style, this is what she loves. You can really tell her stage presence, like the way she performs. This is her calling. You can tell this is just really what she's meant to do as an artist, and it just shines through. She has so much enthusiasm and she's just so excited to perform these songs, is what it seems like to me. And as a person who has been in the Poppy fandom since 2016, I know the things that she has gone through, you know, as much as she has been willing to share with us. And it just seems like this new form of music for her is so cathartic, and she has been able to say all sorts of things that she was never able to say before, thoughts and feelings that she wants to convey that never ever would have been conveyed if she had been stuck in that same route that she was going in before. As much as I do love those older eras, I understand that that was not healthy for her. And I've had these thoughts and feelings about Poppy as an artist, you know, from someone who's been there since 2016, especially after I Disagree dropped. Anyone who says that she's not as good of an artist without her previous collaborative partner, they clearly don't know what they're talking about. They haven't listened to I Disagree, they haven't listened to Flux, they haven't listened to Negative Spaces. She is so much better as an artist in the direction she's taken now, being free from her previous collaborative partner, and I love to see it. I have always had these feelings ever since that happened. I just haven't really talked about it. And I'm not trying to turn this into like a tea drama video, but you know, I have made a video previously about her former collaborative partner, and anyone who knows me knows I have not liked him ever since. Even in 2016 when I became a fan of Poppy, I did not like him. I didn't like the things that he would say, or it's just, yeah, I just never liked him. And I think she is thriving. She is thriving so hard in this new element she has put herself in, and I love it. I love it. She is so free, and it shows. Anyway, going back to the show, Overall, it was awesome. I loved the set list. There was a few things on there that I really wasn't expecting to hear, like Sit, Stay was on the set list, and I just, for some reason, was not really expecting to hear that, and that was awesome. I really love that song. And even though I was Barricade, you know, I'm not a pit girly. I'm not gonna go in the pit. I'm scared. So I would not go in the pit. It's just not for me. But being Barricade still, there were people crowd surfing over the Barricade. And while I was watching the show, I was also paying attention to the security guys standing in front of the stage because they were signaling to each other. They would point to a certain direction of the crowd to let the other guy know, hey, there's someone surfing over the Barricade like we gotta grab them on their way over. And there were a couple crowd surfers who literally went right above me, and I just completely ducked down onto the ground against the Barricade because I don't really know what kind of help I could provide. And they had like clunky ass combat boots, you know, granted I wear the same kind of boots, but like they were just going like right for my face, right above my head. So I just ducked down, and you know, the security guys pull them out, tell him which way to go, and some of these people were doing it multiple times for one song, so I would see the same person crowd surf over the Barricade like 3 times during one song. It was nuts. I've never really been in a situation like that before at a metal show. I mean, it's, you know, it's fine. It's nothing that crazy. I've been to other metal shows. I've seen the Black Dahlia Murder 3 times. That's my favorite band. And I was Barricade for 2 of those shows, but nothing ever crazy like that really happened where I was like having to duck down because I was afraid I was going to get a combat boot to the face. Overall, the show was incredible. I have not ever seen her perform like this, obviously, because like I said, the last time was the Am I a Girl tour, and that was completely different. There was a couple heavy songs like X and Play Destroy, but nothing like this, like just completely different. Overall, it was so awesome. I'm so glad I was able to go. I know she's been touring a lot in the last several years, but I was really just waiting for a headlining tour, and I'm so glad that I was able to go to this one because this was just so much fun. Moving on to the last portion of this video, I'm going to be showing you guys the merch that I got at the show. I didn't get merch until after the show. The line was brutal. It was a really long line, but you know, I would rather wait until after the show because even though VIP attendees get first call of merch, they get priority merch shopping, I would much rather have Barricade than first call of merch items. So anyway, I was still able to get the things that I wanted, so I'll show you guys what I got. And it's not going to be like a typical merch video like I usually do, where I'm like panning over it with the camera, and like it's just going to be some pictures, but you can still get the gist of it from the pictures that I took. The first thing that I got was this Kumo 99 long sleeve. Pretty much everything you're seeing is what you get with the shirt. It has the logo on the front and then some designs down both sleeves. For the Poppy merch, I went with this tour t-shirt. I really love a tour t-shirt. I love the fact that you can see all the dates on the back. I also just thought this was like the coolest shirt in general from the selection they had, so I got this one. And this one, I told myself I was not gonna get this because I had seen pictures of the merch booths on Reddit from the previous shows, and I told myself I'm not gonna get the signed vinyl. I'm not gonna do it, even though it comes with the super awesome slip cover and everything. I'm not gonna do it, and you know what? I did it. I caved. As soon as I was at that merch counter, I was like, give me one of those and give me the signed vinyl. Like, I could not control myself. I need a handler. I need a supervisor to be with me at all times because I ended up spending $100 on this thing. The last thing I got was the tote bag. I mean, like, look at it. It's just super cool. But also, my only purse that I had with me was a little tiny crossbody bag that can hold like my wallet and my sunglasses and some lip gloss. And that's about it. So I needed something to carry the merch in, especially the signed vinyl. I wasn't just gonna like carry that out in the open back to the parking lot to the car. So I got the tote bag, and I don't regret it because it's cool. And the last time I got a tote bag from a concert, I still use it. I mean, like, it's awesome for sneaking candy into the movies. Just letting you know, these tote bags are great for smuggling candy into places where you're not supposed to have your own candy. So if you made it all the way to the end of this video, thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it's not really anything special. Maybe I could help someone with like the way the VIP stuff worked, because I had no idea. I was trying to look online, I couldn't really find anything about how it worked, so hopefully it helps someone. And if you enjoyed the video in general, thanks for watching so much. I'll see you guys again really soon. Bye!